if you're going to work with somebody, you really have to get to know them, their family, their kids, and all about them before you can help them. We're not, quick in and quick out, hey, what do you have? It's building a relationship. And it's not just with me, it's with the entire team.
There are a couple key reasons why people do come to us. Number one is our investment portfolios are risk managed. That's extremely important when you become a pre-retiree or a retiree, because you've worked all of your life to accumulate these funds. And you get to the point in your life where you no longer have money coming in the form of a salary. So your investments have to stand on their own 2 feet. They have to work for you. Even though you don't have a large financial nest egg, it's important to still come in and see a financial planner just to look at your options for Social Security. If Social Security is your only income going into retirement, make the right decision. Sit down with somebody who can show you some of these options, because many times it's a result in tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of dollars in different filing situations. You will retire. Whether you know it or not, you will retire someday. And it's just good to know how much money you have available to you, how much money you can spend on a monthly basis for the rest of your life. Sometimes it's good news, sometimes it isn't, but it's just the idea that clarifying things is extremely important. Because one of the number one frustrations we hear from retirees or pre-retirees is they don't know how their money works for them. So we sit down and try to show them how investment portfolios work, how strategic drawdowns from portfolios work, health insurance, and so on.
Everybody is on the same page. You're not guessing or trying to fax something to another accountant or attorney. Everything is done in-house, so it really is convenient. We look at helping our clients in a proactive way, proactive planning instead of reactive planning. It's thinking ahead, looking ahead. I help my clients create a roadmap, as we call it, to look down the road 2, 3, 5, 7, 10 years down the road, and maybe you have an unfortunate death or passing in a family. We've already prepared for that income-wise, legal documents and tax planning, so we're prepared. The client is prepared.
There are a lot of different options for people filing for Social Security. Options that just 5 years ago people didn't know were available, such as spousal benefits, taking the benefit of your spouse so you can let your own Social Security defer and grow. Medicare, what separates us from others, we will have clients come into the office and we'll sign them up for Medicare right here in our office over a cup of tea or coffee, as opposed to standing in line downtown. A couple other things, health insurance. We provide health insurance to our clients, long-term care protection, Medicare supplements. We also provide an estate planning attorney right here in our office, as well as a CPA. All of those things come together to create a complete retirement planning company. So it's all under one roof. It helps our clients in that they don't have to go all over town. And the other thing it does is it allows us to sit down and work with the attorney and the CPA on behalf of our clients at any particular time, any day.
And we don't talk over people's heads. I get that a lot. People say, you're easy to understand. You don't talk over our heads, you talk to us. And we build a foundation. We educate our clients. We're big on educating our clients. We start with a foundation and continue to build and grow and educate them as we go along so they understand everything. And that's the important part.
Retirees are very worried about a handful of things. Number one is, will I have enough money to live for the rest of my life? Number two, how do I deal with the loss of a spouse? And number three, how do I take care of health care? And we sit down as partners here, involve the CPA, involve the estate planning attorney when needed, and come up with a plan for the client. We'll have them come back into the office, we'll make a presentation to them. And in that presentation, we'll prepare a complete financial plan for them, show them how much money they can draw on a monthly basis for the rest of their life, and how they should file for Social Security and Medicare.
I feel I'm more of a retirement coordinator. I can help income planning and help everybody work cohesively together in this office as a team planning so that our clients don't have any loose ends and they are prepared, and I can walk them through any situation they're going to come across.
The most important thing really in coming to our firm and us dealing with clients is that we risk manage portfolios and retirement income strategies. Again, you have worked all your life for this income. You have to make sure it's protected to the best of your ability or the advisor's ability. That separates us from a lot of other companies, is just risk managing portfolios.
Over the years, a number of people that have come to me that felt lost and didn't know where to go and frustrated. They, in tears sometimes, and after taking our time and working through several appointments and at their pace, not my pace, we'll build a plan. We'll make sure that everything is done the way they want it and need it.
Well, football season is here, and there are a lot of life lessons that can be learned from the sport. Financial professional Kevin Klug from Secure Retirement Solutions is here with some wise words from football legends that can help all of us score a touchdown on the financial field. Good morning.
Good morning, Rachel.
This is going to be fun.
It is. It's a good topic.
All right, so we're going to start out giving you a famous quote, and then Kevin's going to explain how this can help us. So let's start out diving right in with the first quote from Tom Landry, former player and longtime Dallas Cowboys coach. He said, "Setting a goal is not the main thing. It is deciding how you will go about achieving it and staying with that plan."
Yeah, let's keep the football theme here. This is your first down, and everybody that's looking at planning for retirement needs to have a game plan. And the backbone of that game plan is really a budget. But not just a budget. You want to have a working budget, one that you can modify, adjust, make changes to. This will help you meet your goals.
All right, perfect. Next, John Madden, former player, Oakland Raiders coach, and football analyst, said, quote, "The road to Easy Street goes through the sewer." And what does that, Kevin, teach us about money?
Well, we'd all like to retire on Easy Street, right?
Yeah,
but,
definitely.
It's going to take fiscal discipline. A lot of people over the years have built up credit card debt, and it can really cause trouble as you're leading up to retirement. So once again, you want to have a game plan. Tackle this head on. So get a plan. Look at your credit card debt. Take the make minimum payments on all your cards, but then take the one with the highest interest rate, lowest balance, and pay additional payments on that to reduce and eliminate that one, and then move on to the next. And this is going to, as you reduce your debt leading up to retirement, you have a chance to be on Easy Street.
All right. Oh, I like that. I'm going to put that into action. Our next football and finance lesson is courtesy of Paul Bear Bryant, former player and University of Alabama coach, who said, "Don't give up at halftime. Concentrate on winning the second half."
Right. The football game, just like your retirement planning, you can't be won in the first quarter or in the first decade of your life. There's going to be ups and downs. You need to make adjustments, different changes. And the Packers, you know, use them for example. They have 53 players on their roster, and all of them work together to make changes and modify it. In this case, we're talking about an emergency fund.
Okay.
You have a little trouble,
Okay.
you need to file an emergency fund. Unfortunately, Rachel, 1 in 4 Americans don't have any money saved. And it's easy to do. You can simply, I recommend my clients have 6 months worth of expenses set aside. And you can start by, you know, loose change or $20 a paycheck going into a savings account.
Okay, start building it up slowly.
Yes,
Okay.
out of sight, out of mind.
Okay, very good. And then Don Shula said this, former player and Miami Dolphins coach, said, "The one thing that I know is that you win with good people." So what money lesson can we learn from that?
Well, this is your retirement, so you have to be your own quarterback. And you know, good as Aaron Rodgers is, he cannot win the game by himself. So you need teammates. Your teammate is your spouse. So work with your spouse, look together, plan, be on the same timeline. You know, and also, you know, if you need help with this, go to my website.
I was just going to say, you could be on our team.
Yes.
You could help us out.
Yes, yes. Go to my website, and srsplans.com. There's a financial inventory worksheet to start your budget. But just like every great team like the Packers, you need a great coach. And your coach is going to be someone that you can work with. That's a retirement income specialist. I do that with my clients each and every day to make sure they factor in inflation, taxes, you know, having enough money put away each month to get to that final destination.
Well, if you'd like access to those worksheets or you want to get in touch with Kevin, we'll put that link on our website, fox11online.com. Just be sure to click on Good Day Wisconsin. Thanks so much.
Thank you very much. Thanks, Rachel.
And go Pack, go. We'll be right back. You're watching Good Day Wisconsin.
Fox 11 is taking an in-depth look at the high cost of higher education. Our coverage includes a town hall meeting on the issue of student loan debt. It's having an impact on people years or even decades after graduation. And as Fox 11's Andrew Lacombe reports, America's record $1.2 trillion of student debt is affecting our economy and culture.
Student debt is not just a concern for younger Americans. More than a third of outstanding student debt belongs to people older than 40.
It's not just a 18 to 30-year-old problem.
61-year-old Catherine Champagne of Marinette says she has an outstanding student loan around $35,000. She was working on her degree through an online university until 3 years ago.
I was at least halfway through my master's program in special education when I lost my job. And I could not continue in the program without special needs students that I was using for case studies.
Now working just part-time, she's not optimistic about repaying that debt.
I'll probably die first before I ever pay off that loan.
Financial planners say they've heard plenty of similar stories.
We're seeing a trend of more seniors now taking student loans into their retirement. And if you're not able to afford them prior to retirement, it's very hard to afford them once your payroll quits and you're retired.
Research shows 40 million Americans have at least one outstanding student loan with an average balance above $27,000.
That's a lot of people that have basically purchased their first really nice car.
St. Norbert College economics professor Kevin Quinn says student debt is stopping people from making major purchases, seen as part of the American dream.
How do you add on to that? How do you add on to $30,000, another, $30,000 for a car? How do you add on to that another $150,000 or whatever it is for a house?
And that's impacting our culture as well.
We're seeing a delay in household formation. Okay, people aren't getting married as quickly because they're not going to then start having kids and all that sort of thing before they pay off some of the student loans.
It kind of scares me too because I'm, sitting there thinking, okay, I'm getting to the age of wanting to be a mom, and I don't want to bring my kid into the world where I'm sitting on $70,000 of student debt.
28-year-old Nicole Katner of De Pere has a master's degree from UW Green Bay in social work. Her debt is impacting decisions she makes with her fiance.
If we're going to go into a duplex to save money, if we're going to move out of the area, I mean, those are all been discussions in the last 3 years because of my college debt.
And that all kind of snowballs culturally, and we're starting to see millennials now congregate more and more into urban-like settings where there are lots of opportunities for jobs. And that can harm a lot of smaller towns here in Wisconsin.
Data from the Census Bureau shows how high student debt loads are impacting family budgets. A young college-educated family owes nearly $5,000 a year on student loan repayments. That's more than they pay a year on groceries or car payments.
Champagne says her biggest concerns are about younger generations.
My daughter, her husband, they cannot afford a $700 a month student loan payment, plus a car payment, plus a mortgage payment.
And with about 70% of college graduates leaving school with debt, it's an issue for the economy that isn't going away soon. Andrew Lacombe, Fox 11 News.